Hello people, this is Virgo47 and this will be a bit disappointment for all those subscribers. Thank you all, because I didn't expect so many subscribers. Because it will not be about home recording today, but it will be about rhythm, and it's a video reply to my favorite teacher Dave from thenextlevelguitar.com, and he showed us how to add licks into strum patterns on acoustic guitar. And I want to elaborate a bit. You may have trouble with fit it into the rhythm of the typical popular song, because typical popular songs are very simple. It's like 4 bars of 4 notes, or not notes but 4 beats, or in case it's a waltz or something like that, it's 4 bars of 3, of course. But let's count with Dave how he made the whole thing, and you will find that you can't use it like it is now in your song.
Speed up, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you see the problem now. It's not 4, 4, 4, 4, it's 4, 4, 3. So only 3 bars, and even the third is a bit, one note is cut off. Because the lick is a little beast that's, not easy to incorporate into 4/4 measure if you start it at the first note. Now, the best thing you can do with any lick, if you want to put it somewhere and to fit exactly as you want, is to use square paper. But I would use just plain paper with some squares on it, and every square is 1/8, and I filled all those notes of the of the lick to this paper, and now it's just a bunch of eighths, and you want to make it right. What I fully agree on is that the last note, the E, should really be the first note of the next measure. Like this. Number 1, the next measure. Not only the measure, the whole phrase, the whole, for example, 4 bars, one after another. Why? Because some licks are good on the start of something, some licks are better as lead us to something. And this lick is much better when it leads, and the last note kicks the next section. And now the trouble is how you know when to start with the C, because Dave started on the first beat of the measure. It was 1, 2, 3, pow. There was 1, 2, 3, and another stem was 1, 2, 3. You can of course relax a bit and let the final E being the fourth note, the 4th beat of the measure, and but in that case it doesn't really feel the roll it should. It would look like this, and sorry, I play really horribly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That was longer. That after the strum it was 4th, not the 1st, but at least it fits into this. You could have all bars with 4. But much better is if you just delay the start of the lick. Now, how to do it? You can do the math, of course, in your head. But this square paper is really good to visualize the things. I think that square paper is best thing after the wheel. And so let's just write these eighths backwards. 3, 2, 1, obviously here. Now you see where the measure should start and where you should start on a 3rd 8. Or, if you like to count in fours, in quarters, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and you have to start on a 2. Which means that you have to make a pause here. You have to count the pause, but you can't play it. Let's try. You mostly want to fit this lick into before the first bar, which means either you want to lead us with this lick into the first and third bar. In that case it would be every second bar, the second and fourth, with this lick, which is the first, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So I always led into the more important measures, which is the first and third, because they are like more pronounced. This note, the E, starts the more pronounced measure, the first or third, and you will have to build the pressure here and release it here. But you can use the same lick without any changes in the walls, because naturally it has 1, 2, 3 in it. We can hear it in the original rhythm. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll make a third. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and fourth measure. 1, 2. This is the first measure, second measure again. So here it goes naturally on the first beat of the 3/4, because obviously, they have the first, 2, 3, and then again 1, 2, 3. So you just don't have these first notes. There is no need for pause, and you can always play the C note, the start of the lick, on the first beat of the last measure. So that's it. Another possibility with the same lick, but not exactly the same, is to shift those notes a bit in that measure. Like this. Hopefully I'll manage now with the guitar. Let's count it with quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The rhythm is right. It's just kind of lame because da 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 da. But I would not shift those last notes too much, because it's better when they are fast there. Alternate thing is this alteration. B is on a fourth eighth, which would be, hopefully I will manage to count it. Now I will count it in eighths. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This is more interesting. The C kind of waits there, but the C is present, of course, on the third quarter, so it's very similar to the original strum. Just the first note is strummed 1/4 sooner, and the rest is the same. You can mess with other, as well. You can, for example, push all those notes one beat sooner, 1/4 sooner, and then make a pause between G and F. Put G on fifth, F sharp on seventh. Try it. It's up to you. I think I just now made the point, and hope you will be able, with the help of square paper, to fit any lick into anywhere where you want. Don't forget, you always want to do something with the lick. For example, in this case, we wanted to have the E, the last note, on the first beat of the next measure, This lick is leading into the measure, into start of something of the whole section. Sometimes you want to put the lick somewhere else. You always have to know what you want to do with it, and then of course you have to know how to count. Choose if you want to count in quarters or in eighths. It depends. Sometimes it's easier. Depends on how you write it down. So hopefully you will get something from this video. See you next time. We'll go over.